Hence, I was not compensated at all. I appealed it again, at my wife's suggestion, and won this time. I gave the news to my children, and they were equally elated. They wanted to meet me, and I promised to have them back with me permanently. A month later, Susan showed up at my office. She held my hand and asked me for forgiveness. I was taken aback at her sudden sight. She admitted that after my accident, she turned desperate. She found that old man who wanted a sugar baby. I didn't know about all these terms until I googled it on that day. The man had a few horrible experiences with a younger woman who ran away with his money after a few months, so he decided to settle with a not-so-young sugar girl, Susan, who was 32 back then. Susan had 2 children, which served as a guarantee of her loyalty. The man had stated clearly that he would not marry her and instead keep her as the mistress because he didn't want to share the inheritance with my children. Susan agreed to his terms because he promised to feed and fund their education. I asked her why she didn't get a job. She said she had never worked and was unsure if she could earn a similar lifestyle, which her lover gave her for free. She kept saying that she did everything to protect the children's future. She stood on her grounds, saying the children would have grown in poverty if she didn't take that step. I got so annoyed at her nagging that I yelled at her, saying she could have at least given me a chance to bounce back. If she was so concerned about our children's future, she should have discussed that with me instead of jumping to conclusions and deserting me without any heads up. I clarified that I had moved on and her pleadings didn't matter. She recounted all those happy moments we shared, like our wedding day, the birth of our 2 children, etc. I shrugged her off, saying I was a different person now, and all those memories had faded away. They didn't mean anything to me. She crossed her lane by saying she and my children were my original family, not Amy and Mia. She said that Mia was not my daughter and that I could never have a proper family with Amy and Mia. I felt disgusted at her cruel mind. She insisted that I take her back so the real family could reunite. I made her clear that I love Amy and Mia, and they are my real family and not her. She refused to leave my office, creating a scene. She left only when I threatened her with the police. I went back home and narrated this to my mother and Amy. Amy was naturally distressed by this, but she is a mature woman and didn't make a deal out of it. My mother said that she never liked Susan because of her selfishness. Mom even said that Susan had returned to me only because of the money I had received after the court settlement. That woman is indeed a gold digger. When my children learned about their mother's behavior, they berated her and told her to stay in her lane. I'm not sure how her sugar daddy got to know about this incident, and he had threatened to throw her away if she tried to reach out to me next time. I couldn't be more thankful to him. The latest update is that my children are moving in with me this month. They would stay with us briefly before I put them in a nearby college. They wanted to enjoy their college life and stay at a hostel. I believe we should remain connected but, at the same time, give ourselves some space to know each other. The children have abandoned Susan, and in the end, she is left with nothing but her sugar daddy. I hope she gets to enjoy the sugar until it turns sour. Ha ha.